Editorial from Event Marketer here, joined by Juanita Chavarro Arias and Kate Shea. And we're here with our editorial commentary series, The Brief Live, based on a weekly subscriber dispatch on LinkedIn, as well as eventmarketer.com called The Brief. And it features experiential campaigns and marketing news that caught our attention. And today we're diving into what many feel has been the longest month. February, and maybe the shortest month, but it was the longest month, according to everyone we talked to,
Yeah.
from acute weather incidents to Olympic gold to experiential gold. Kate, Juanita, let's talk Olympic sponsorship activations first. Juanita, let's first talk about how NBC brought its media rights to the games to life in New York City.
Yeah, so not keeping things away from fans back home, Rockefeller Center became the site of several Olympics activations. The first was a 12-foot ice sculpture depicting Team USA athletes in partnership with Ralph Lauren. The installation featured ice dancer Madison Chalk, she's one of my favorites, watching the Olympics, snowboarder Red Gerard, and Paris snowboarder Brenna Huckabee wearing Ralph Lauren's opening and closing ceremony uniforms. I love it. I wish I could get those as well. And there was also a forced sculpture of speed skater Aaron Jackson installed at Top of the Rock observation deck. And then NBC created the legendary February family programming and activations celebrating these huge sports moments that also happened in February in addition to the Olympics. The Super Bowl, can't forget about that, and the NBA All-Star Game, culminating in a triple threat court for curling, football, and basketball. So you could try your hand at all three of those major sports. And it also included a kids' pasta making class, Olympics watch parties, photo ops at the Olympic rings display with scooters to bring a little taste of Milan Cortina to the States. So I think that fans back home definitely appreciated those moments.
And Kate, the athletes themselves are an influential and captive audience, certainly for a gear brand launch. So tell us about what you reported on this month.
Yeah. So we have seen this train takeover trend kind of explode in the last few months. And this activation was basically the train takeover trend on steroids. So after relaunching the All Conditions gear brand, a Nike owned brand, Nike wanted to make a really big splash for the return. And so it decided to head to Italy for the Olympics. And it transformed a commuter train into this bright orange, basically traveling base camp for athletes. And it traveled between Milan and the Alps. So it's this incredibly long train. Each car is themed to a different experience, essentially. So whether it's a fully stocked gear room or custom designed seating compartments, or probably my favorite, the recovery unit, where there's a log burning fire and these beautiful chairs that are equipped with binoculars because, you're rolling through the mountains and who wouldn't want to look out the window. There's a cafe, there's a merch shop, right? And then the experience doesn't end there. I think this is the most clever part. The athletes, once they get into the wild in the Alps, the brand provided these expert guided trail runs and hiking sessions that effectively showed exactly what this apparel is designed to do right in the rugged terrain it was designed to do it in. So I say gold medal.
And I'll cover this last one. A lot of sponsorships take on a life of their own because of unexpected events or just good timing. And Michelob Ultra's freshly inked USA Hockey sponsorship certainly experienced some gold medal treatment this month. The brand, which is also sponsor of Team USA, in January kicked off the sponsorship with an immersive exhibition celebrating the Miracle on Ice game. The last time the men's U.S. hockey team won Olympic gold 46 years ago, and it took place in Lake Placid, naturally, host city of the 1980 Olympics. We have some great photos on our website from the event, but a true and deep hockey fan experience, and then some fantastic content. Juanita's nodding her head because she's our resident hockey fan, and she
Yeah.
probably should have written this story.
No, it's always cool to see how much the hockey fandom is growing in the States. Like just seeing the women's team and the men's team get gold, and then now people are turning to their local NHL teams is just awesome.
And we talked about that with Ricardo Marquez from Michelob Ultra. You can check out our Q&A on the website, but why hockey and why now, right?
Mm.
So the brand did that in January. Then they moved across the country to another former Olympic host city here in the U.S., Park City, Utah, home of the 2002 Winter Olympics, where it activated an après ski village with watch parties, a museum of like really cool Olympic artifacts, activities like curling, and then a major blowout event around the Olympic closing ceremonies at the summit of Park City Mountain. So really, really cool event. A lot of great decisions made and things that I think fans just would go crazy over. I think they really understood the fan in this whole program. And of course, the men's team went on to finally secure that gold medal after all these years, along with consistent medalists, the U.S. women's hockey team. So, congrats to all. A
Yeah.
layered experiential approach that really honored the Olympic spirit and like the Olympic fervor right here in the U.S. And then, of course, yeah, the thrill of that historic win. So, really good timing and cool program with experiential anchoring the whole thing. So, all right, but there was so much more that went on this month beyond the Olympics, certainly in the home CPG space, right, Kate?
Indeed, yes. Not necessarily a category that's sexy, but this one caught my attention. So I would wager that the average person, including me, doesn't really have a desire to just step into a giant dishwasher.
You sure?
Well, right? Hey, just speaking for myself, I suppose. But Cascade actually made it look like a really fun time. So the brand created this clean machine experience at the Florida State Fair, which is actually just one stop on a cross country mobile tour. And essentially, to kind of demystify what happens inside a dishwasher when Cascade's Platinum Plus product kicks in, the brand invited consumers to step into a truck, which had been totally transformed to look like you were just stepping directly into the interior of a massive dishwasher. And then, with the help of large screens, animations, and audio, people were. It's almost like they became a dish in the cycle. And they were able to see how the product cleans. And then, afterwards, there were some other, photo ops and cute things like that. But I mean, for me, this is like, it's not an overcomplicated experience. It's really family friendly and it's delivering product education without being over. And so everybody walked away with Platinum Plus samples. It just felt like pretty simple, but effective. And so I'm raising a very clean glass to this program.
Okay, so winter is lip care season, and
Hmm.
one brand capitalized on it and its audience's passion for music. Juanita?
Yeah, so I was personally very excited about Laneige's new campaign because the brand partnered with pop girl group Cat's Eye, of which I'm a big fan. And that was enough to influence me to buy the new lip tint product that they just put
It
out.
works, people. It works.
I'm wearing it now. And
Shameless plug.
yeah, shameless. This is not sponsored. Laneige brought their new product line to life with a music-themed pop-up in New York called the Juice Pop Box Studio, and their fans had a chance to explore the 8 lip tint shades and went through a musical sensory journey that matched each tint with its own genre and playlist for a personalized experience. And the space also operated as a content studio for social media capturing, of course, and so there was a record wall, oversized product installations, and a photo booth with prints. So I picked my shades by just looking at the Cat's Eye members and seeing like what I thought would look good on me. But now I'm upset that I missed out on this opportunity to go in person and have like the playlist prompts match me with the corresponding shade that fit my music taste. Like,
So, all right. And finally, it is a big year for sports here in the US, and Heineken is leaning into the fan experience with its new global platform, Fans Have More Friends. It's all about doubling down on human connection and how consumers meet new friends through social connectors like sports. And Heineken kicked it all off with the help of an influencer. So the brand teamed up with Zach Alsop, who's known for challenging social norms. Together, they enlisted Alsop's friend, Joe, who's from Australia and lives in New York City, and had no one to watch the final group match of the UEFA Champions League with. So the brand posted flyers that said, "Have a beer with me," with Joe's face and a QR code around the city directing people to a bar where he planned to watch Liverpool. And on the night of the match, all these supportive fans showed up to surprise him at the bar to enjoy a beer. And the platform will continue to roll out throughout 2026 at key moments in football, Formula One, and the music festival calendar, according to the brand. It really is all about understanding that fan this year. And if you can carve out some interesting space for your brand brand around the fan experience, we think that's going to be a major win. So read all about it in the brief. And that's it for us for February. Thanks for tuning into the Brief Live. We'll be back with another edition next month. Until then, subscribe to the Brief LinkedIn newsletter and check out all of our weekly coverage on eventmarketer.com. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.